All right, guys, so now we're going to get into the domain setup, and there's actually a couple ways you could do this. You could do this through DigitalOcean. You can use their name servers. What I'm going to do is just simply add an A record in my domain panel and for the IP address for DigitalOcean, and a CNAME record for the domain. And then we need to just add the domain to our allowed hosts. We also want to add it to our BTRE project file in the Nginx configuration. So this should be pretty easy. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to propagate. It can take up to like 24 hours sometimes. So what I'll do is we'll do the work now, and then I'll just wait a little while and then come back once it's done. But yeah, I'm going to go to Namecheap. That's where I have my domain registered. Obviously, I know that there's a ton of different registers, and you may use someone different, but all the interfaces are pretty similar. So on Namecheap, I'm in my btrealestate.co. I'm going to go to Advanced DNS, and what you want to do is add an A record. Okay, so I'm going to say add new record, A record, and for hosts we want to do @ and the IP address is going to be our DigitalOcean droplet IP address. So I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to paste that right in there, and click the checkbox. Okay, then I'm going to say add CNAME record. The host is going to be www, and I want to point that to the actual domain, which is going to be btrealestate.co, and hit the check button. All right, and this stuff up here I'm actually going to delete. I don't want any of that. I just want the A record and the CNAME. All right, so now let's go to our terminal, and just like the document says, we want to add it to the allowed host. So I'm going to say sudo nano btre/local_settings.py, and we want to go down to allowed hosts, and let's put a comma here. Okay, we want to put the non-www version first, and then let's also put the www version. All right, and then I'm going to save this and exit. And then we also want to add it to our Nginx file, so I'm going to grab this right here. Let's do sudo nano, paste that in, and let's see, what am I doing? Server name. So right after server name, I'm going to put a space. I'm going to say BT Real Estate. Obviously, your domain will be different. Okay, and then also the www version. All right, so let's save this. And next thing we'll do is just restart Nginx and Gunicorn. All right, and now I'm going to go open up a new tab and go to btrealestate.co. There we go. Awesome. Feature listings. Cool. You know what? We didn't try to register a user. Let's do that. Oh, let's check the www version as well. So www. Good, that works. So let's register a user just to test this out. We'll say Tom Smith, Tom, gmail.com. Register Tom. Awesome. Now I'm actually going to disable the email functionality in production because we don't have HTTPS, and when you're in production you should use something like Postfix or SendGrid or something like that. and I think that's beyond the scope of this tutorial. So what I'm going to do, I mean, you could submit it now, but you get a 500 error, and it would go through like in the back end, but the email wouldn't send. So there's a couple extra things you need to do for that, and I might create another video touching on that later on, but for now I'm just going to disable the email. So I'm going to go back to my VS Code, and I'm going to go to, let's see, we want to go to contacts views.py, and I'm simply going to comment this part out right here, this send mail. All right, so we'll comment that out and save, and then I'm going to push this. So I'll do a git, oops, we want to add, git add all, say git commit, and let's say disable email, and then git push, and then we'll go to our server, and let's do a git pull. Make sure you're in your BTRE project. All right, so we're gonna reload Nginx. So sudo systemctl restart Nginx. All right, so now let's go back to our application here as Tom, and let's go to a list. Let's go to our listing and make an inquiry. So our stuff is already in here by default because we're logged in. We'll send it in. Success, your request has been submitted. And let's go to the back end. So we want to go, actually let's check our dashboard first. Okay, so there it is. And we'll go to the admin. We got to log in as Brad. And contacts, and there he is, Tom Smith. Good. Okay, so everything is working except for, like I said, the production email. That's something I may look into and add later on. But other than that, we're in good shape. So we can log out here, and that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this course. I know it was kind of long, and you know, it's long for one project. Usually you have in courses you'll have a couple small projects, but I wanted to do something that's a little larger from start to finish. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot about Django and how to create applications, and hopefully you can start to create some of your own. So thanks. I truly appreciate it, especially if you made it this far, and hopefully I'll see you in my next course.